All right, we are starting this bulletin with some unfortunate piece of information coming in, where air ambulance of Medanta hospital crash landed and caught fire near Bangkok. The pilot has unfortunately died in the crash, while 2 crew members are critical, while 2 others have sustained minor injuries. The injured crew members are currently in a Bangkok hospital. External Affairs Sushma Swaraj has tweeted the news, and I quote, "The air ambulance of Medanta hospital with 5-member crew caught fire and crash landed near Bangkok. The injured were shifted to Bangkok hospital by army helicopters. Our mission has just informed me that we have lost pilot of the air ambulance, Arunaksha Nandi. Dr. Shailendra and Dr. Komal are in the ICU. The other 2 have sustained minor injuries. Our mission is extending them all help and assistance." So that's the latest information we are getting in. 1 pilot has unfortunately died in this crash landing in Bangkok. It was a Medanta air ambulance that crash landed in Bangkok. For more on this, I'm joined by India Today's deputy editor Smita Sharma and correspondent Anindo Banerjee. First, over to you, Smita. What's the latest detail?
You know, what we are learning is that the air crash actually took place on Sunday afternoon. And the aircraft that we are talking about, it is a Pilatus aircraft. This crash landed, in fact, Sunday afternoon, some 730 kilometers from Bangkok at the Nakhon airport. Following which, of course, the 5 people on board, they were flown through army helicopters into Bangkok. And today, this unfortunate news poured in, because initially yesterday reports had suggested that there were no casualties. But today, as the External Affairs Minister informed that the pilot succumbed to his injuries, Arunaksha Nandi. What we do not know is whether this air ambulance actually had a patient on board, or was it flying in fact to attend to a patient. But this is run in fact by a private chartered aircraft company in Delhi, and we are yet to hear a formal response from them as well. Archana.
Thank you so much, Smita. I'm also joined by Anindo Banerjee. Anindo, what are your sources in the aviation telling you? Do we know the cause of this accident?
We don't yet know the cause of the accident, Archana, but having said that, what we can say at this point of time, as the External Affairs Minister herself took to Twitter to disseminate this information that it was a crash landing. For a benefit of our viewers, what is a crash landing? It's a one kind of an emergency landing where the flight or the helicopter lands with a crash in extreme situation, as in this case, because the ambulance is believed to have caught fire, and aeronautic engineering normally doesn't function according to rules, like the nose doesn't open, nose wheel doesn't open, or for that matter the wings doesn't function, or for that matter even both the engines, one of the engines or both the engines refuses to function properly. So in such instances, the crash lands, and immediately all the people inside are evacuated, and very soon the chances are very high that either the aircraft or that copter can go up in flames. As in this case, it has all of them have been evacuated safely, but unfortunately so, as Smita just pointed out, the pilot of the air ambulance sustained severe injuries and couldn't survive.
All right, thank you so much, Anindo Banerjee, for that update. Shifting focus to another breaking news, US President Donald Trump has signed a revised executive order on immigration. This after his first version was blocked by federal courts. The revised executive order now bans travelers from 6 Muslim majority countries from getting new visas. So that's the latest information. For more on this, I'm joined by India Today's deputy editor Smita Sharma. Smita, can you please decode the new immigration order and which are the 6 countries that have been banned from,
Archana, initially there were 7 countries on the list. They were all Muslim majority countries, including countries like Libya, Sudan. But what has happened now is that essentially Iraq has been taken off the list, because there was a lot of criticism, remember, given the fact that, of course, American troops had invaded Iraq during the George Bush regime. There were a lot of local Iraqis who had been helping out American troops, and which is why, in fact, it almost looked like that this ban would have completely put them in a dangerous spot, especially for those who were assisting American troops on the ground. Having said that, here what Donald Trump has tried doing is he has said that there will be a 10-day delay. So essentially, while he has signed the executive order, the order comes into effect from 26th of, from 16th of March, so that in between the various authorities and the agencies, they have time to coordinate, because the other severe criticism of the immigration ban order was it had led to absolute ruckus, chaos, not just at the American airports, but across the other, in fact, global airports as well, where people were detained from, they were stopped from actually boarding American flights if they had visas or passports from these countries that were on the list. But the Civil, in fact, Liberties Union, the American Union, they are all saying that this still remains a Muslim ban. This still remains a ban which will once again be challenged in court and will have to undergo legal scrutiny. Archana.
All right, thank you so much, Medha, for that update. So we will keep a close watch on that development. Donald Trump has signed a revised immigration order where he's banned people from 6 Muslim majority nations. Shifting focus to another big story of the day. Almost 9 years after terrorists from across the border carried out the 26/11 terror attacks in Mumbai, a Pakistani insider's confession has completely exposed the country long accused of sheltering and encouraging terrorism. For almost a decade, Pakistan claimed that there wasn't enough proof to link the Mumbai attackers to the terror factories on its soil. But the former National Security Advisor of Pakistan has admitted that it was the terror groups based in Pakistan with the blood of 166 innocent people on their hands. The big question is, will Pakistan finally accept the truth?
The biggest terror attack on Indian soil. An attack planned and executed by terrorists sitting in Pakistan, but vehemently denied by Islamabad.
The terrorist attack in Mumbai, carried out by a terrorist group based in Pakistan on 26 November 2008, is a classic trans-border terrorist event.
Now confirmed by none other than the man who was Pakistan's National Security Advisor when the attack on Mumbai took place.
I hate to admit this, but this is true.
Speaking at the 19th Asian Security Conference, Mahmood Ali Durrani demolished his government's defense that Mumbai could not be linked to Pakistan.
Pakistan की utility क्या है for Pakistan?
कोई utility नहीं. I hope they punish.
After exposing the Pakistan government, Durrani attempted a cover-up.
I have very good information that the government of Pakistan or the ISI was not.
While the government downplayed Durrani's remarks, the opposition felt now was the time to nail Pakistan.
India's position is very well known. There's nothing new revelation for us.
After being exposed by its own, more embarrassment was in store for Pakistan.
Such terrorist organizations are capable of morphing themselves into Frankenstein monsters, and they will come after their own master.
Will Pakistan now accept the reality and ensure that likes of Lakhvi and Hafiz Saeed pay for Mumbai? With Smita Sharma in New Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
Time now for some good news this Monday evening. After being denied a say in decision-making, about 200 women and children have come together to build a road at Dang village near Gangotri with their own sweat and toil. The women of this village had opposed the government's decision of constructing a road on a longer route as it posed heavy damage to the forest, with an estimate of having 500 trees to be chopped down. After numerous unheard pleas to the centre, these women took up the task of building a 500-meter road all by themselves without having cut even a single tree. The women of Dang village have not just completed the construction work in a mere 2 months and 20 days time, the group has also forced the government to abide by promises in their own way.
ये जो हमारी रोड मेलावनी बनाई हुई है, ये सरकार को स्वीकृत करनी चाहिए और हमारी यही रिक्वेस्ट और यही प्रार्थना है सरकार से कि ये रोड जो है हमारी स्वीकृत होनी चाहिए।
डांग एक दूसरी सड़क के लिए कह रहा है, जिसको शायद अभी डांग के जो ग्रामीण हैं उन लोगों ने बनाया है, और पोखरी वाले दूसरी सड़क की डिमांड करते रहते हैं। उस सड़क को जो इन्होंने बनाया है, उस सड़क पे अगर ग्रामीण यहाँ पे अपनी तकनीकी जांच के लिए डिमांड करेंगे तो हम उसमें तकनीकी जांच करवाएंगे।